Hello everyone and welcome to Games, Comics and Crafts.
In this video, I'll be looking at Cult of the Lamb issue 3. Okay, so this is the third issue of Cult of the Lamb. Again, surprisingly well, this follows the kind of narrative of the game. And things don't seem to be looking to going very well for Lamb. So Lamb's receiving his um, worship from his followers, so he's gaining all their kind of their powers. And that seems to be ticking on quite nicely until it turns out that the food they're having is running out. One of the followers has said, "Oh, you can't have any food because you ate yesterday." And the little rabbit comes over to Lamb, basically says, "Okay, there's lots of food about." He says, "Well, eat grass if you need to eat grass." So we can't eat grass because there's poo all over the grass, which is exactly what happens in the game. And all of the berries have been picked from the bushes within a mile of the actual area, so you need to go and do something about it. And it's like, oh, well, we'll see, we'll see. I can't do much about it because apparently I'm going to be betrayed and I don't want to leave the camp and they're going to lose faith in me if I leave the camp. And then the ex-cult leader guy with the little white crown falls over and basically says that he hasn't eaten for days. So it's like, right, okay, the lamb has to go and do something about it. So off he goes, smashes up one of the statues, but that soon puts itself together. And then it turns out these bishops of evil are kind of like recognizing that he's going to kind of come looking for them. So off he plops. He goes, cuts through loads of bad guys on the way to, which is kind of like the little mazy area in the game. Eventually gets to this boss. So there's boss fight, which doesn't go particularly well for Lamb. He is injured with kind of various splats and cuts and grazes and spikes and all this kind of stuff as well. And he kind of a bit disheartened about doing it until eventually he manages to kill the boss, and the boss turns into a little follower, just as does in the game. So off the follower goes. Um, Back to the cult area, and then we come back to the rabbit, and they've actually got a little bit of food there. It's not great, but it's food. Um, and the lamb turns up injured and explains, "Oh, okay, I've got all this food I've managed to gather on my way to the thing, and soon there'll be another cultist come through, that's going to kind of follow me." And he arrives, but he's given the option now to sacrifice people in order to kind of heal himself and kind of increase his faith. And he says, "No, there's not going to be sacrifices. I was kind of the result of escaping sacrifice, so no more sacrifices in my name." He gets rid of the dagger and kind of discards it, basically to say, "Not going to happen." But unfortunately, it doesn't seem to be working out that way. That the rabbit steals the dagger and is kind of ready to possibly kill someone in the name of the lamb to keep it going. So yeah, so again, I'm just puzzled in how well this is well put together, because I've seen so many kind of like game adaptations where it's like, oh, this is the whatever comic, and oh, the story's completely different from the thing, and everything, nothing happens. This is literally the narrative of the actual game itself, and I really like that. I think that's really well put together, and it's not kind of forced that it feels wrong. There's kind of like it fills in all the gaps that are kind of there. I just think the game originally had such a cool little storyline going running through it. They must have had a good kind of a way of adapting this thing to a book. But yeah, more than happy to keep going this one until it runs out. I think I don't know if there's one more issue, two more issues of this one to go. Again, the artwork is fantastic. Everybody looks like they should, because it's a licensed IP, and that's the way licensed IPs really should be done, in my opinion. If you like Street Fighter, the characters look like Street Fighter characters. If you like Turtles, the characters look like Turtles characters. If you like the Dungeon Dragons cartoon, the characters look like Dungeon Dragons characters. Um, but yeah, um, it just continues to be good. So I have a fleeting knowledge of the game itself through my nephew playing it, and yeah, this seems to be the way it works. So yeah, I'm happy. Now, Sectors is out. Might look into that when it comes out in October. I remember Sectors very, very vaguely as a backup strip in the Transformers comic, so we might look into that. Um, but yeah, that's about it really. Again, artwork's good. I'll be getting the hardcover this in December when it comes out, purely because I can give it to my nephew as a something he can keep hold of rather than having individual comics. And yeah, very, very good. So that's pretty much all I can say about this one. So hopefully I will see you on another video very, very soon. And I'll say thanks very much. Bye bye.